Ladies and gentlemen of the Armed and Allied Forces, welcome to the Stage Door Canteen. Tonight, we have gathered some of Hollywood's brightest stars to entertain you. You first fell in love with her in her leading role in Three Jills, a Jeep, and a Jerry, and in her most recent film success, War and Pieces of My Heart. Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel May Lively.
Wonderful people, I'd like you to welcome a very dear friend of mine. She was just a nice kid from Baton Rouge when she burst into Hollywood and into our hearts with Lassie Goes to War. Please welcome my friend and America's little sweetheart, Lieutenant Starlin Thomas.
Thank you, May. You've heard his voice on his Sunday night radio show, Music from the Front and Back, and his face from newsreel coverage of his most recent marriage to Hollywood starlet Rita Hayworth, the envy of men the world over. Please help me welcome Private Charlie Harmon.
Thank you, Starlin, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Last, but certainly not least, is Mr. American War Bond, the man who's dedicated his last 8 months to the sale of American war bonds as his contribution overseas. His adoring fans will see him next month back on the silver screen in his next motion picture, Kilroy Meets the Fuhrer. Please welcome my best friend and one of Hollywood's finest, Private First Class, Rufus Leakey.
Thank you, Charlie. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the GI Jukebox. Hit it.
Mopping up soda pop rickies to our heart's delight. Dancing to swingaroo quickies, Jukebox Saturday night. Goodman and Kaiser and
hot licks with vanilla.
Jukebox Saturday night.
They'll get nothing past us.
Me and Honey Lamb,
making one go last us
till it's time to scram.
Money, we really don't need that. We'll make out alright. Let the other guy be right. Jukebox Saturday night. Don't need that. We'll make out alright. Let me other guy feed right. Jukebox Saturday night. Money, we really don't need that. We'll make out alright. Let me other guy feed that. Jukebox Saturday night.
Thank you very much. We are just absolutely thrilled to be able to be here with you all tonight.
yes we are, and all you fighting men and women deserve more than just a few songs for all you're doing for our allies.
That's right, May. And music and song isn't all we bring to you tonight, but we bring love and greetings from your loved ones back home.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines, WACs, Waves, Wasps, and Wrens, America thanks you and thinks of you every day. But while we're here, how about a little more music? Maestro?
Oh baby, I'm racking my brain to think of a name to give to this tune so Barry can prove. Or maybe old Bing will give it a fling, and that'll start everyone humming the thing.
The melody's dumb, repeat and repeat.
And if you can swing, it's got a good beat.
And that's the main thing to make it complete. With everyone singing today, so I call it Opus One. It's not for jamming, hey, 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 hey.
Starlin, would you excuse us just for a few minutes? Rufus and I would like to have a few private words with the enlisted.
All right.
Aren't they terrific? Now that the ladies are gone. You know, there have just been a couple of things that we have been noticed that are a little different during our USO tour here.
And not that our Hollywood careers have spoiled us, but we thought that the hotel accommodations might be a little...
Pub tents.
Right. And the food, just a bit...
K-rations?
Right. But we really must commend you all. We haven't heard you complaining a bit. But let us, if you will, paint you the sad, woeful tale of two Hollywood GIs on their first day in the Army.
A pair of frightened rookies, we listened filled with awe.
We listened while an officer was laying down the law. We stood there at attention, our faces turning red. The sergeant looked us over, and this is what he said. This is the Army, Mr. Jones. No private rooms or telephones. You had your breakfast in bed before, but you won't have it there anymore.
This is the Army, Mr. Green. We like the barracks nice and clean. You had a housemaid to clean your floors, but she won't help you out anymore. Do what the buglers command. You're in the Army and not in a band. This is the Army, Mr. Brown. You and your baby went to town. She had you worried, but this is war, and she won't worry you anymore. From the Army to the Navy, we joined the Navy to see the world. And what did we see? We saw the sea. We saw the Pacific and the Atlantic, but the Atlantic isn't romantic, and the Pacific isn't all it's cracked up to be. We joined the Navy to see the world, and what did we see? We saw the sea. We never get seasick sailing the ocean. We don't object to feeling the motion. We don't get seasick, but we get awful sick of the sea. We joined the Navy. Salute the Navy. Oh, this is the GI Jive, man alive. It starts with the bugler playing reveille over your head when you arrive. Jack, that's the GI Jive. A roodly toot, jump in your suit and make a salute. Fruit. Get washed and dressed, more or less. You go out to breakfast in a beautiful little cafe they call the Mess. Jack, when you convalesce, out of your seat, back on the street, make with the feet. Freak, this is the GI Jive, man alive. They give you a private tank which features a little device called fluid drive. Jack, after you revive, chunk all your junk back in the trunk and fall on your bunk. Clunk, chunk all your junk back in the trunk and fall on your bunk. Clunk, this is the Army.
Rufus and Charlie, aren't they great? Oh, you know, Starlyn and I, we would really like it if you boys would hurry up and end this war and come back home, and we mean right away. And not just for world peace, but for our social lives as well. Ever since all you good-looking boys marched off for Uncle Sam, the last date I had was in my breakfast cereal. Well, just in case you're not getting the message, Starlyn has put together a little tune that expresses our dilemma precisely.
You marched away and left this town as empty as can be. I can't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, for there is no secret lover that the drought board didn't discover. They're either too young or too old. They're either too gray or too grassy green. The pickings are poor and the crop is lean. What's good is in the army. What's left will never harm me. They're either too old or too young. So darling, you'll never get stung. Tomorrow I'll go hiking with an Eagle Scout unless I get a call from Grandpa for a snappy game of chess. I'm finding it easy to be good as gold. They're either too young or too old. They're either too warm or too cold. They're either too fast or too fast asleep. So darling, believe me, I'm yours to keep. What's good is in the Navy. What's left, there's no gravy. They're either too fresh or too stale. There is no available meal. I must confess to one romance I'm sure you will allow. He tries to serenade me, but his voice is changing now. I'm finding it easy to keep things controlled. They're either too young or too old. I'll never, never fail ya while you are in Australia or off in the Aleutians or out among the Russians and flying over Egypt. Your heart will never be checked. I've looked the world over and lo and behold, they're either too young or too old. We're going to bring Charlie and Rufus back out here to reenact one of our favorite comedy routines. You may recall their big screen debut in Privates on Parade. Well, here to reenact one of the funniest moments on the big silver screen is our very own Charlie and Rufus, better known on the Hollywood marquee as Harmon and Leaky.
Say, I was thinking about joining your baseball team and wondered if you could tell me the names of some of the players.
Well, certainly, but you know, the players have some pretty funny names these days.
Oh, nicknames.
Yeah, that's right. Like, we got who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
No, wait a minute. You know these guys' names?
Of course.
Oh, okay, well, go ahead and tell me.
Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on...
No, that's what I'm asking you.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, then go ahead and tell me. Who's on first?
That's right.
I mean the player's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, man. Who is on first?
Okay, look. When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it. He earned it.
Who did?
That's right. Though sometimes his wife comes down to pick up the check.
Whose wife?
Absolutely.
That don't mean nothing to me. Look, all I want to know is what's the name of the guy on first base?
What's the name of the guy on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
No, who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third.
How did we get on third base?
You mentioned the third baseman.
If I mentioned the third baseman, who did I say was playing third?
No, who's on first?
I'm not asking you what's on first.
No, what's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third.
Oh, there we go again, back on third base.
Well, I can't help that.
Okay, look, you got an outfield?
Wouldn't be this fine a team without an outfield, now would it?
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought I'd ask you.
And I just thought I'd tell you.
Then go ahead and tell me, who's playing left field?
No, who's on first?
I'm not asking you what's on first.
What's on second?
I don't know. Third base. You got a pitcher?
Of course.
Pitcher's name?
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me now?
I'm telling you, man, tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time are you going to tell me who's pitching?
No. Who's not pitching?
I will break your arm if you say who's on first.
Have it your way.
Sheesh. You got a catcher?
Of course.
Catcher's name?
Today.
And tomorrow's pitching.
That's right.
So that's it. We got a couple of days on the team.
Well, I can't help that.
Okay, look. Let's say I'm your catcher. Okay? And the guy up bunts the ball. And me being a good catcher, I want to throw the ball to first base. So I pick up the ball and I throw it to who?
Naturally.
I throw the ball to naturally.
No, you throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's right.
So naturally has the ball.
No, who has the ball?
Naturally.
That's right.
That's what I said.
Well, that's what I said.
Okay, I pick up the ball and I throw it to who?
Naturally.
Whoever it is bobbles the ball and the guy runs to second. Who throws it to what? What throws it to I don't know? Triple play.
Now that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. So the next guy up is a heavy hitter. He hits a long fly ball to the cause. Why? I don't know. He's on third and I just don't give a darn.
What did you say?
I said I don't give a darn.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to take a moment to honor our men, women, and their families who have served in our armed forces. So as you hear the song that's related to your branch of the military, we would like to ask that you stand so that we can recognize you for your service to our country. First up, the Air Force. There we go. Next, the Navy. And now, the Coast Guard. Next, the Marines. And last but not least, the Army. Thank you very much for all of your service. This next song is one of our most requested by enlisted men everywhere. And here's our very own Rufus Leakey to sing Don't Fence Me In.
I'd like to dedicate this to all of my ex-wives everywhere. Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me straddle in my saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences, gaze at the mountains till I lose my senses. Can't look at hobbles 'cause I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Thank you. As many of you are aware, as so many of you I'm sure are aware, I originally recorded this song with the Henderson sisters, 3 of the loveliest sisters in the recording industry today. And as a special treat tonight, we have the Henderson sisters with us to help entertain you here. Please welcome the Henderson sisters, Earlene, Pearline, and Merlene, and Merlene, and Merlene. Can somebody drag her out here, please? Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in. Just turn me loose, let me straddle on my saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences, gaze at the mountains till I lose my senses. Can't look at all those 'cause I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Don't fence me in. Papa, don't you fence me in. Ladies and gentlemen, the Henderson sisters.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home.
I just got word from a girl who heard from the girl next door to me. The guy she met just loves to pet and it fits you to a T.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. no, don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching, till I come marching, wait till I come marching home. He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie sound that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. And then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he could not jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the captain went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B.
A root, a toot, a tootly-odd-a-toot, he blows it into the bar.
In boogie rhythm,
He keeps blowing as the bass and guitar are blowing with him.
and now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. The boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. The boogie-woogie bugle boy. That boy.
Of all the boys I've known, and I've known some,
I'll say.
hey, before I first met you, I was lonesome. But then you came inside, dear, my heart grew light, and this old world seemed new to me.
You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain trying to explain all the things that you do to me.
By mere Mr. Shane, please let me explain. By mere Mr. Shane means that you're grand. By mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. I could say Bella, Bella, even say Wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I try to explain by mere Mr. Shane. So kiss me and say you'll understand. So kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, and say that you will understand.
Aren't they terrific? America's secret weapon, those girls. I think Merlene probably has a few secrets of her own, huh? All right, well, for those of you who are heading off to London tomorrow, you won't be alone. You might just run into Pearline Henderson as she starts her 8th USO tour overseas.
That's right, Rufus. Yes, I'll be seeing some of you in London and then later on in Berlin. But tonight I'd like to share a little bit of wisdom with all of you here. You see, I've been traveling with you boys for quite some time now, and I've learned that there's one question that everybody wants answered. Why do they call a private a private? Well, I'll tell you. I know why they call a corporal, because he's got 2 stripes, right? I know why they call a sergeant, because he always gripes. Yes, I know almost all the military types, but why do they call a private when each night is a public event? The Pennsylvania station, that crossroads of the nation's got nothing on a regular army tent. They snore and snore and snore all night. They drop their shoes, they light the light. It's heck to have to smell a regiment. Have you been marching? Why do they call a private when each night is a public event? Why do they call a private when there's nothing more public on earth? Take military travel, it makes your nerves unravel. The Army's really getting its money's worth. In any other walk of life, you'd think that you were man and wife. The way you have to share a lower berth, your feet are icy. Why do they call a private when there's nothing more public on earth? Why do they call a private when his life is a public affair? 100 other rookies enjoy his mother's cookies and read his mail and borrow his underwear. Ugh. And anytime he's gotta go, and a fella's gotta go, you know, there's 7 other fellas sitting there. Who's got my colliers? Why do they call a private when his life is a public affair? Why do they call a private when he's only a public GI? They ought to call him Rover, with flies and fleas all over. There's always lots of company for a guy. Oh, sorry. And if he ever gets a shower, ooh, he's gotta wait in line an hour. It's murder if he's modest and he's shy. That joint is crowded. Why do they call a private when his life is a public affair? It's far from private. His life is a public affair.
When I hear that serenade in blue, it's like I'm in another world, alone with you, sharing all the joys we used to know many moons ago. Once again your face comes back to me, just like the tune of some forgotten melody in the album of my memories. Serenade in blue. It seems like only yesterday, a small cafe, a crowded floor, and as we danced the night away, I heard you say forevermore, and as the song became a sigh, forevermore became goodbye, but you remain in my heart. So, darling, tell me, is there still a spark, or only lonely ashes of the flames we knew? Shall I go on whistling in the dark, serenade in blue?
3 a.m., nowhere else to go. It's 3 a.m. and I miss you so. Couples are departing, soon they'll all be gone. Now another day is starting, still I linger on. keep a blue rendezvous. Bubbles rise like a fountain before my eyes, and they suddenly crystallize into a vision of you. All the plans we started, all the songs we sang, each little dream we knew seems to overtake me like a boomerang. Blue is the sparkle, gone is the tang. Each old refrain keeps repeating as I remain with my memories and blue champagne to toast a dream that was you.
Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week, 'cause that's the night when my sweetie and I used to dance cheek to cheek. I don't mind Sunday night at all, 'cause that's the night friends come to call. And Monday to Friday goes fast, and another week is past. But Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week. I sing the song that I sang of the memories I used to seek, until I hear you at the door, until you're in my arms once more. Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week. It's the loneliest night, oh, those Saturday nights.
Miss the Saturday dance. I heard they crowded the floor. I couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. I thought I'd visit the club. I got as far as the door, but they'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Oh, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up old memories? Been invited on dates, I might have gone, but what for? It's just too different without you. Don't get around much anymore. No, 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 it's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Charlie Harmon, everyone.
Thank you.
You know, as we were planning our USO tour, we wanted to include some current popular songs. And as we got into rehearsal, we realized that many of our favorite tunes all centered around the same basic theme. So we ask you tonight to sit back and dream with us as we begin our Moonlight Serenade.
I stand at your gate, and the song that I sing is of moonlight. I stand and I wait for
the touch of your hand in the true night. The roses are sighing a moonlight serenade. The stars are aglow, and tonight another light sets me dreaming. My love, don't you know that your eyes are like stars brightly beaming? I bring you and sing you a moonlight serenade.
Let us stray till break of day on love's valley of dreams.
Just you and I, a summer sky, a heavenly breeze, kissing the trees.
So don't let me wait. Come to me tenderly in the June night. I stand at your gate, and I sing you a song in the moonlight. A love song, my darling, a moonlight serenade.
Welcome back, everybody. We couldn't help but start the second half of our show with one of our favorites, and we hope it puts you in the mood.
Who's the little dolly with the beautiful eyes? What a pair of lips, I'd like to try 'em for size. I'll just tell her, baby, won't you swing it with me? She tells me maybe what a waiting will be. So I said politely, darling, may I intrude? She said, don't keep me waiting while I'm in the mood. First I held her lightly and we started to dance. Then I held her tightly, what a dreamy romance. Then I said, hey baby, it's 2:45. There's a mess of moonlight, won't you share it with me? Well, she answered, mister, don't you know that it's rude to keep my tulips waiting when they're in the mood? In the mood. That's what she told me, in the mood. And when she told me in the mood, my heart was skipping. It didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood now. In the mood for all the kissing. In the mood for crazy loving. In the mood what I was missing. It didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood now. What she told me in the mood. And when she told me in the mood, my heart was skipping. It didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood now. In the mood for all the kissing. In the mood the crazy loving. In the mood what I was missing. It didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood.
Thank you so much. You know, we're all here to have a good time tonight, so make sure you help yourself to donuts and coffee and maybe a little conversation with the prettiest girl in the room. Well, third prettiest girl in the room. Am I right, fellas? Yeah.
And we just wanted to say that for some of you, your only trip to visit home is through the cards and letters that you receive.
And we know that for many of you, your next travel destination is to that lovely city of Berlin.
The four of us have put together a little travelogue for all of you homesick boys. We call it our Great 48 Salute, and we hope that we hit your hometown along the way. Mr. Jones.
Let's take a boat to Bermuda. Let's take a plane to St. Paul. Let's take a kayak to Quincy or Nyack. Let's get away from it all. Let's take a trip in a trailer. No need to come back at all. Let's take a powder to Boston for chowder. Let's get away from it all.
We'll travel around from town to town. We'll visit every state.
And I'll repeat I love you sweet in all the 48.
Let's go again to Niagara. This time we'll look at the falls. Let's leave our hut, dear, get out of our rut, dear. Let's get away from it all.
Pardon me, boys. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo?
Yes, yes,
Track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine.
Can you afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo?
I've got my fare and just a trifle to spare.
You'll leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore.
Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer
Than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina.
when you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar. Then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Got to shovel coal in, got to keep it rolling.
Ooh, Chattanooga, there you are. Ooh, Chattanooga, there you are. Ooh, Chattanooga, there you are.
Strike out the music, the band has begun. The Pennsylvania polka. Pick out your partner and join in the fun. The Pennsylvania polka. It started in Scranton, it's now #1. It's bound to entertain you. Everybody knows a mania to do the polka from Pennsylvania. The polka from Pennsylvania.
They call it the Jersey bounce, a rhythm that really counts. The temperature always mounts whenever they play the funny rhythm they play. They heard it on Journal Square. Somebody heard it there. He put it right on the air. And now you hear it everywhere.
Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes in sweet and clear, like moonlight through the pines. I said, Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Pennies in a street, falling leaves, a sycamore, moonlight in their mouth. I see finger waves, ski trails on a mountainside, moonlight in Vermont.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to renew old memories. Got my bag, I got my reservation. Spend each time I could afford, like a child in wild anticipation. Long to hear that all aboard. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home, sentimental journey home, sentimental journey home.
Thank you. We wanted to bring this next set of songs to you. These are some of our favorite songs. And not only are they some of our favorite tunes, we think they have something important to say.
I know a ditty, nutty as a fruit cake,
Goofy as a goon and silly as a loon.
Some call it pretty,
Others call it crazy,
But they all sing this tune. Mercy dotes and dotsy dotes and little ladsy ivy, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? Yes, mercy dotes and dotsy dotes and little ladsy divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? If the words sound queer and funny to your ear, a little bit jumbled and jivey, sing mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. Oh, mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? A kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Don't you think? Don't you think?
ink, but inkadoo,
a-dink-a-dee, a-dink-a-doo. Oh, what a tune for crooning. A-dink-a-dee, a-dink-a-dee, a-dink-a-doo. It's got the whole world spooning. Eskimo bells up in Iceland, they're ringing. They've made their own paradise land, singing ink, a-dink-a-doo, a-dink-a-dee, a-dink-a-doo. Simply means ink, a-dink-a-dee, a-dink-a-doo.
Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? And the fam all over the dam. Down in the itty bitty poo. Fam, fee, itty bitty, and a mama fitty foo. Fam, fam, mama fitty, fam, if you ten. And the fam all over the dam.
Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? And the fam all over the dam.
Top tat and middy, oh you get all spiffy, itty fitty didn't wanna be boss. Davy itty fitty went off on his plea, and the fam out of the feed.
Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, why don't you? And they fam. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet.
Crossin' is a Swedish town.
The river is a stream.
The brawler is the boy and girl.
The hot side is their dream.
Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. Hot side crossing on the river and up, brawler, suet. A brawler, suet. A brawler, suet. 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 Suet.
We sure have enjoyed being with each and every one of you tonight, and when you leave tonight, we'll think of each and every one of your faces, and when you go back home or to your barrack, you'll turn out the light, you'll stare at the ceiling, and you'll dream. Some of you will dream of world peace. Some of you will dream of your families back home. It doesn't matter what you dream about, as long as you never stop dreaming.
When you're feeling blue, dream. That's the thing to do.
I never dreamt it could be. But there you were, in love with me. I found your lips next to mine, so I kissed you and you didn't mind it at all. When I'm awake, such a dream never happens. How long can a guy go on dreaming? If there's a chance that you care, then please say you do. Baby, say it and make my craziest dream come true.
Long ago and far away, I dreamed a dream one day, and now that dream is here beside me. Long the skies were overcast, but now the clouds have passed. You're here at last. Chills run up and down my spine. Aladdin's lamp is mine. The dream I dreamed was not denied me. Just one look and then I knew that all I'd longed for long ago was you.
I can see, no matter how near you'll be, you'll never belong to me. But I can dream, can't I? Can't I pretend that I'm lost in the beat of your embrace? 'Cause dreams are just like wine, and I am drunk with mine. I'm aware my heart is a sad affair. There's much disillusion there, but I can dream, can't I? Can't I adore you? Although we are oceans apart, I can't make you open your heart, but I can dream, can't I? Things never are as bad as they seem. So dream,
We have had a terrific time tonight with you, ladies and gentlemen of the Armed and Allied Services.
That's right. And when we leave here, we'll pray for each and every one of you till you make it home safe again.
And until every single one of you does make it home safely, we have this song for you.
So from Charlie, Starlin, May, and me, and all your friends and family at home, wherever home may be, we'd just like to remind you.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the chill summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is through, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
Thank you. Well, it's just about that time. Time for us to say goodnight.
And don't forget to grab a few of those donuts on your way out. You never know when you're going to need a little extra ammunition out on the field.
And we just want to say we thank you for what a great job you're doing for our country and the rest of the world.
But we could not close the show without this final number. Please sing along with us if it sounds familiar.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge thee my allegiance, America above. For this is my country, to have and to hold. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with gold. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
One more time.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with gold. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you. Before we let you go, and we will step down and mingle amongst you in just a moment, but we decided that it was appropriate that Don and Casey come on, leave the mics on. They put in countless hours. You can be seated for just a second. They put in countless hours to bring this program to you, and it's not just this one. They're involved in so many other things, and we just wanted to show them our appreciation for putting together this program. We love this music as much as you do. Thank you. You were a great audience, and we really appreciate your patronage of the Waxahachie Community Theater.
Thanks to all the church people for their accommodation.
Oh, yes, the church folks here that allowed us to use the building and the way they've accommodated us, they deserve a round of applause as well. Sound guys, awesome job.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Have a great afternoon.
Little rough.